What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best cornerbacks currently in MUT 24 at every single budget. A lot of times when I'm live streaming over on Twitch and even on Twitter, people will reach out to me and say, Pop, I got 350K, I need a cornerback, who's the best guy to pick up? I got you covered in this video. Yesterday, we covered the QB position, so if you missed that video, go check it out. We're going to do the same thing in this one, and we're going to start with the best free option at cornerback, and it's got to be the Season 5 Field Pass reward in Patrick Peterson. Now, you earn this card, I think, at level 4 in the Season 5 Field Pass, so most of you watching this video already have this card at a 93 overall, but he can eventually go all the way up to a 97 once you get up to level 24, which a lot of you might be there right now already. Once you get to that level, you're going to get an upgrade token that takes him up to a 95 overall. And once you get to level 50, you're going to go ahead and get a token that upgrades him, TJ Watt, and Keyshawn Johnson all up to 97 overall cards. And Patrick Peterson at a 97 is going to give you 97 speed, 97 man, 97 zone, 94 press. But I think more importantly than any of that is that he's going to get deep out zone KO for 0 AP, which is absolutely huge. For the best cornerbacks under 100,000 coins, our Eagles bias might show a little bit here, but I promise both of these cards are really, really good. The first one is going to be 93 overall, Zero Chill Rasul Douglas, and even as of like last week, I had this card on my No Money Spent account. He was still out there making plays for me, even with 95 speed. He's 94 stock, but we had 25 Eagles there to get him up to 95 speed, 91 zone, 93 man coverage, only 80 press, but that never really seemed to be a big issue with this card. And I think I had somewhere like 47 or 48 interceptions in just online play with him on my No Money Spent account when he was, first out. I had him on my main account and he made a ton of plays for me as well. So really super budget option at this point in the year. 92,000 coins, and he does get pick artist, but you got to spend 1 AP on it. But overall, if you're looking for a really cheap, inexpensive cornerback, Rasul is good. A card that's going to be a little bit better and a little bit over our budget, but I'm going to include him in the 100K range because he's only about 108,000 coins, is going to be playoff Darius Slay, 94 overall with 94 speed, 93 man, 94 zone, 92 press. The reason he gets the slight nod over Rasul Douglas is for 2 reasons. His abilities. Number 1, he's going to get pick artist for 0 AP instead of 1 AP, and he also gets deep out zone KO for 2 AP, which at the time that this card came out, that was a really good discount. Now it's a little bit expensive, but if you run a lot of zone coverage, deep out zone KO, if he's playing on the outside, is a really good ability for him. One of the best cornerbacks you're going to find in the game is Herb Adderley, which is going to be under our 200,000 budget right now. He goes on average for about 195K. This Super Bowl 95 overall card gives you 96 speed, 95 man, 95 zone, 94 press, 97 agility, and he has a couple different options you can go with as far as abilities go. So he gets pick artist for 0 AP. If you want to play him as a slot defender, he's going to get either flat zone or mid zone KO for 1 AP. That's up to you on which one you want to go with. And if he's going to play on the outside, an option that you have is to go deep zone KO, which is deep in and deep out zone KO together. That will cost you 2 AP, but you can combine that with the 0 AP pick artist. Again, if you're going to play him on the outside, that's probably the route you're going to want to go. That's also assuming that you run a lot of zone coverage. If you run a lot of man coverage, Joshua Williams is another card under 200K that's worth taking a look at. He goes on average for about 170K. Also from the Super Bowl promo, 6'3", 95 speed, 96 man, 92 zone coverage. The press is pretty low, but he does get 1 step ahead, which is an X Factor turned ability, or ability turn X Factor, I should say. If you use the Super Bowl present lighted up token, that 1 step ahead for 1 AP is absolutely amazing on this card. He's going to get burnt occasionally, but overall with that activated on and it stays on for the entire game, it will take up one of your 3 X Factor slots. It's a lot of situations where you can leave him in one-on-one coverage with no safety help over the top and feel comfortable with it. Again, if you run a lot of man coverage, so you can go with the 1 step ahead for 1 AP and then also pick artist for 0 AP. If you want to go crazy, you can also add in deep route KO, which is another 2 AP. That's again if you're only going to be running a lot of man coverage, but this card performed very well for me in the scheme that I used him in. Now we're going to jump all the way up to the best corners under 350K. There's just really no good options in between, and we got 2 Genki Force players, 2 former teammates The first one is going to be Jair Alexander, 96 overall Genki Force card. On average goes for about 328,000 coins. He is only 5'10". I highly recommend playing him as a slot defender. 97 speed is really good if you want to blitz off the edge, and the 96 acceleration, 95 zone, 97 man, 93 press, 98 jumping, 95 agility. His ability setup really features him as a good slot defender as well, because you can get pick artist for 0 AP, and then you have your choice of either mid zone KO or flat zone KO for 1 AP. Your other option is going to be Devontae Adams, but it's a cornerback card from the Genki Force promo. On average goes for about 330k. This is one card that I never used, but if you run a lot of zone coverage, he is going to be good for you. He gets pick artist for 0 AP and mid zone KO for 1 AP. To unlock that mid zone KO, you do need either a high elevation token or a 93 overall Genki Force card to unlock that bucket. And if you want to get deep out zone KO on him, which you certainly can, it only costs 1 AP. The problem is, and this is another reason why I kind of stayed away from it, is that you have to use 2 high elevation tokens and an additional 96 overall Genki Force player to unlock that bucket. So it becomes a lot more expensive, but with 96 speed, 6'1", 95 zone, 95 man, very well rounded, very versatile. And I think, you know, if you run a lot of zone coverage, his abilities certainly favor that type of play style. Let's go to the best cornerbacks under 450k. And DRC from the Combine promo has been one of my favorite cards this entire year. If you run a lot of man coverage, again, just like me, this card is pretty much a must-have. He goes for about 430k, but if you can snipe 5 93 overall cards for 80k or less, you can basically get him for about 400k if you have a little bit of patience. And he's going to get 3 abilities essentially for the cost of 1 AP. So you got Deep Route KO for 1 AP, Pick Artist for 0 AP, and then you got One Step Ahead, which you can activate for 0 AP. It will take one of your 3 X Factor slots on defense, and it turns on after 9 plays into the game. Then it stays on for the remainder of the game. But just like Joshua Williams, you can leave him on an island one-on-one, no safety help over the top, with that One Step Ahead activated, plus Deep Route KO to get those knockouts, because he's normally going to be in range to do that with the One Step Ahead activated, and Pick Artist for 0 to help you get those interceptions. Just overall, a really, really good card. I cannot say enough good things about this one. It's a must-have for man coverage schemes. If you run a lot of zone or you're looking for a slot defender, this is probably the perfect slot defender in the game. It's weekly wild card Patrick Surtain. So on average, he goes for about 415k right now. He's going to give you 2 0 AP abilities that you can combine together. And by the way, pricing wise, $350 on Xbox. For whatever reason, he's much, much cheaper over there. Flat zone KO is going to be 0 AP, and Pick Artist is going to be 0 AP, and they're going to be in separate buckets. So you can get both of those for a total of 0 AP. You play him in the slot. That's where I had him when I used him. Perfect setup with those abilities. When it comes to the best cornerbacks in the game, I narrowed it down to 4 different players, which seems like a lot of options, and it certainly is, but each of these cards do a little bit something different, and we got to factor in price as well. So we got first up LTD Combine Tariq Woolen. The biggest problem with this card is he's 2.89 million coins. I use this card. He's a very good card. He's not worth 2.8 million coins. Now, if you have millions upon millions and you're a very highly competitive player, yes, he's going to be worth it to you. But to the average MUT player watching this video, you don't need this card. Don't feel like you're missing out. Again, very good. 6'4", 98 speed, 96 acceleration, 98 man, 98 zone, 97 press. He's still going to occasionally get smoked when you press coverage him, despite this fact that he has that crazy height, speed, coverage, and press coverage attributes. The best combination for abilities on him is going to be Deep Zone KO, which again is deep out and deep in zone KO all together, and Pick Artist. You're going to get yourself both of those abilities for a total of 1 AP. If you run a lot of zone coverage, this is the best zone coverage cornerback in the game. Another really good one is a card I haven't had a chance to use because it just came out this past weekend, but it looks very good on paper here. It's going to be Ultimate Legend Charles Woodson, 6'1", 97 speed, 97 man, 97 zone, 97 press. Again, I think you could probably use this card and get some of the same production you would see with that 2.89 million coin Tariq Woolen. Now, Charles Woodson is going to be good in both the slot or on the outside here. If you want to play him as a slot defender, he's going to be similar to that weekly wildcard Patrick Surtain, where he gets flat zone KO and pick artist for a total of 0 AP, and you can get those two together. If you want to play him on the outside, he can get pick artist for 0 and deep out zone KO for 1 AP, so a total of 1 there for that combination. And on average right now, he's going for about 602,000 coins. Team of the Year, Patrick Surtain. It's weird because his weekly wild card is better for the slot, and his Team of the Year card is better to play on the outside here. So 97 speed, 6'2", 98 man, 94 zone, 99 press. He's still probably going to get beat occasionally, unfortunately. And if you play man or zone, this card will cater to you. So if you play a lot of man coverage, he's going to get deep route KO and pick artist for a total of 1 AP. And if you play a lot of zone, he's going to get deep zone KO and pick artist for a total of 1 AP. So you can go either way. And then we have Team of the Year Sauce Gardner, which is probably the best player outside of Tariq Woolen. Attribute wise, 6'3", 98 speed, 98 man, 98 zone, 97 press, agility, jumping, both good as well. Acceleration is good. This is a very good card. The one knock that I have on this card is that his abilities don't favor to play him on the outside. You can go deep route KO if you run a lot of man coverage, and that's going to give you it for 1 AP. Unfortunately, you can't get pick artists along with that for 0 AP. The reason I say he's better utilized as a slot defender is because one of the options that you have here is to go pick artist and then either mid zone KO or flat zone KO, and it will cost you a total of 0 AP. So even though I think Sauce is better than Surtain when it comes to the Team of the Year cards, I actually have Sauce as CB number 3 and Surtain as CB number 2 playing on the outside. But there you have it. Those are going to be the best cornerbacks in the game right now at every single budget. Let me know what players I left off the list. Let me know what players you picked up after watching this video. Let me know which cornerbacks are balling out for you down below in the comment section. And thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace.